We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now wasting no time, Corral going to the air. Rolling to his right. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And that goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The Dolphins sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing here, Corral. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Jawan Bentley, the one to get in and finish off the play.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down. And the all-pro return man Marcus Jones deep for New England. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over first and 10. Off play action, it's Cunningham. Now he's free up the left sideline, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL, and they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, first down.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Stevenson gets it again on second down. And some room to run now. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 24. 31 yards there and a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
On the jump. Nineteen tight.
Cunningham. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. picked off by Channing Tindall. They will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there and get some electrified defense.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Hold everything because we got an injury, and it's a notable one. Ezekiel Elliott in some discomfort following that last play. Now 2nd and 5. Cunningham to throw. Touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Chad Ryland to kick off for the Patriots.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Achane on 1st and 10. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Corral sets up play action. The swing of the former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Now you look at this Patriots defense. They've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good.
7-7, our score after one. Off play action. Here's Corral. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd and 10, here's Corral. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Third and long, here's Corral. That ball caught, it's chosen. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on 4th down. They're going to go for it. They run for it. Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready?
A play fake, now Cunningham. To the sideline and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Okay, ready?
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Back to 60.
Now Cunningham. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A big play there for New England. 41 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, Really tough for the linebacker to run with it. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Channing Tindall is there for the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
In motion left, that's Thornton. Here's Cunningham. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On third down, here's Corral. Open man is Waddle, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Corral looking to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Corral now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Jones on the return. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Cunningham. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds Douglas complete. Past the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 35 yards the game there. Another first down as well.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Corral. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. This time they stay on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now, that was a big run. It takes them all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that'll shake the confidence of any defense. So when they're looking for a little bit of support now, looking at their defensive coordinator, if I'm him, I dial up some pressure. I just go after him because otherwise you're still playing back on your heels, and that's not going to help your defensive.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. His second rushing touchdown of the year and third overall. And the Patriots go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
24. Dolphins 10. Chad Ryland, the kickoff for the Patriots.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Off the play fake. Here's Corral. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Corral on second down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To the right side, this is Stevenson. Nifty. Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Back to Stevenson on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Second and 5.
Mustang 19. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Go.
And they'll run the toss here with Stevenson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Cunningham looking to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh no. Looked like they had that one set up well on third down. But you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they all...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stevenson.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Cunningham.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Douglas, the man in motion.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
On now the rookie 4th-round pick, Chad Ryland, for the Patriot field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hawk 70.
Corral sets up play action. Throw caught by Achane.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Down at the 35, it'll be second down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now.
Corral under pressure, and down he goes.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play.
Hey! 19 Tiger! Go!
Third and long, Corral.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Fourth down, here's Corral.
And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Ready!
Now a 2nd and 10.
Check!
They run once more with Stevenson.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Cunningham to throw. And that is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Throwing here, Corral. He dumps it off to Achane.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know when this...
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Let's go.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On the counter, it's Stevenson. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Here we go.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warriors, 70.
Cunningham. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jerome Baker able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Dolphin football. This is 1st and 10. On 1st down, Corral. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Here's Corral on 1st down. He's got it complete to Waddle.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Corral going for it all. And that is incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, If they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Corral to throw.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here's Corral. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Corral.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Here comes second down.
It's now second and 19.
On second down, here's Corral. That ball caught. It's chosen.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Well, Charles, he's still a young single caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Come on.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From the gun, it's Stevenson. And that should do it. He's got a first down, and the Patriots can run it out from here.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different.